solid.
Cut.
So, hey Quinton,
Hey, what's going on?
thought I'd see what you thought of, and
Yeah.
let's start with the bad. What do you think could have went better?
Man, start with the bad.
All right, that's wrong. That feels wrong. What do you
think is something that went well in the 48-hour experience? I think the sip of the glass was for you to go first, Parker.
Oh, shit.
We figured things out in time, sort of, like up until the end, but I wasn't there, so.
All right.
What went well? Honestly, I thought the shooting day on Saturday, I think it went like pretty well, considering we didn't have any like plans. I think we got out a lot of good shots and everything without any planning, kind of just winging everything. So I feel like that went pretty well.
I mean, we also lucked out with the genres we got. We got sports
/ game film.
Okay.
and then the horror. Granted, filming a sports film in the woods would be difficult and interesting, but once with the thriller we did, was it a thriller or horror or thriller? That worked out well, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely went well. I mean, it was our first time, like, doing any kind of project like this, so it was, you know, planning something so quickly was really hard, but
I think overall we worked together really well. Like, we collaborated on so much and we were able to just sort of like I didn't feel like there was a lot of ego getting in the way, which is always a worry on films like this. I felt like everyone was really, like, they were there for the team.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say definitely the script process I feel went really well. After hearing like how other groups' processes went, I feel like ours was very streamlined, very simple. I mean, when I got there, we basically already had a story, and that was very helpful because, you know, I can't write a script to save my life, so I was glad that we had people who could do that.
I mean, you know, I'd say considering the circumstances, I'd say the fight scene went well too.
Surprising, yeah.
Yeah, it went surprisingly well.
Even though we have this shot of you just like flailing around back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my favorite.
What I think went well is I think everybody's excited to be working on the project. I feel that everybody has a creative process in it, so everybody that was involved, I felt had a piece in the project, so that was nice. I felt like you guys like to work together, you want to work together, and you want to make something great. So I felt good about being a part of that, for sure.
But I think the lack of hands kind of made it easier because we weren't trying to like force everybody to have a job to do or something like that. Because that's something that we've run into in the past with really large productions, is if there's too many people and just something really small that needs to get done, or like more of a guerrilla shoot, the less people you have, almost the easier it is. And so
yeah, everybody has something to do.
Yeah, and I think that kind of helps speed things up, because when you're trying to make two people do one job, it almost makes it go slower depending on what it is.
That makes sense.
I also think coming together with something in 48 hours really, it takes a lot. So for you guys to do that, I think was a big deal, and I was excited to even be a part of that. So yeah.
but I think, you know, the location and getting everything together in such like short notice ended up working out, and we didn't end up like having any problems with that or like majorly wasting a lot of time on anything. There wasn't really any like dead ends that we ran into, so everything just kept stacking up and kept contributing.
Location. That was
That was
really
good.
Yeah, that was a really good location for where we were shooting.
It was just in Jackson's house.
Yeah.
And he had a tomato, which was really useful.
Just going back a little bit on the location. When I did some research, the location had a couple 1 stars. Would you like to explain why that was, Jackson?
I don't think I can explain why that was without doxing myself, so I'm gonna refrain.
What do you think could have went better? So that fits in a lot better like that.
What could have went better?
Getting actors in the same place at the same time, and also just some time management issues we kind of struggled with since we didn't really know what we're doing. So there was a lot of downtime where we could have been doing something and getting the edit quicker, stuff like that. Just in general, just time issues. So.
I mean, it's tough on a 48-hour project and just like writing anyways, but it would have been nice to maybe have everyone, like a process to having everyone come together to come up with ideas to make the writing. Because then it would have felt like more of a full process, I think. Then kind of just, hey, taking this piece, picking this piece, and then let's see if we can work together versus, hey, let's actually coherently put it together. Like have a process to our writing, even though you only have 48 hours to make it happen. But I think that would have given us even more of a track to run on instead of trying to put it together as we go. Like we had something collectively to run with. So yeah, I think it still turned out great for,
It's called worthy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, especially on the first night, we didn't really do anything overnight, despite some of us staying up for the whole night anyway, because
The end.
Yeah, and we did have some hiccups editing, I noticed, so. Not that, I could have done better. I certainly could not have.
Yeah, you could have had you edit.
Yeah.
Most of the fault was in Premiere for getting rid of the fight scene twice.
Yeah, so Premiere, if you out there, watch out,
Yeah, I'm definitely blaming Premiere.
We got some bad blood between Premiere and us.
I think a big thing, I do like that there wasn't like a hierarchy, but I think a little more like organization ahead of time could have been nice, where like we had more like direction of how we were gonna get started, because I feel like we started off the film, we were like, okay, what are we gonna do now? And so we were just kind of all going in different directions at first because like we had no clue how to start.
Been y'all for what went wrong?
if we'd done it again with that experience, it would be a lot easier to manage our time better and take advantage of the full 48 hours instead of just kind of like waiting for something to happen.
I can't think of anything.
I mean, you don't have to pick up stuff.
Yes.
I think everybody's on the same boat.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that first day.
Yep, the first day
Yeah.
is really tough. It is. You have this to do, you have to have this in your story, you have to have this, and you got these props, and then here's our locations, what are we gonna do, what are we gonna write? We don't want it to be universal, we want it to be different in ours, and that's tough. So maybe a process to that with everybody, like, hey, we're thinking about this 48 hour, let's get you on this, you on this, you on this, you on this, is that cool? And then boom, go from that, and then I think we would have had even more to work with.
Take me back to day one. What's some memories about day one?
Day one was kind of chaotic. People started to arrive to the location, and we were just talking as Parker was actually at the festival area to receive the instructions and the challenge, and we were all huddled around the phone. He called in to tell us exactly what we were supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, first genre we got thriller/suspense.
I like that.
Okay.
And then we were kind of off to the races after that. Then
That I don't even know. Trying to remember what happened day one. I guess that was the day when we wrote the script and did the filming for the first scene. That was honestly, that was a lot of fun, but it felt really hectic to be filming while we had no clue what we were really writing. But I'm glad we were able to use that scene. It turned out really well.
with Genevieve and Jake started writing the script as our actor got there, and so half of us were inside helping write the script, and then the other half were just outside filming stuff that we hoped would be related to the script.
We did a little bit of minor filming on the first day, which also took a really long time, just because we were trying to find our bearings and our chemistry with each other in a sense, since we had pretty much all worked together before, but maybe not in this capacity, and so it helped to bring us a little closer.
In that, we got off to a really good start in using our time because we were already filming as we were still writing the script, and the stuff that we filmed we did actually use, so it wasn't like wasted time at all. I remember our actor Quinton did discover like a mountain lion or something.
Yeah, it had some weight to it. It was cool to see, but I ain't saying nothing.
I don't know what it could have been then. I mean, there are bobcats. I've seen, yeah.
Yeah. So there was a.
I don't think a mountain lion would be this far away from the mountains.
You went that way? Yeah, it was out that way towards the trees, and then I heard it move.
Okay, ventures out on his own.
He probably ventured out.
Goes on a rampage and like murdered like.
So it wasn't like a deer?
And like
No,
fucked a tree. Like legit.
That thing was low to the ground
and then died of a
But no one else saw it, so we kept filming.
If it like dark meat, y'all might have had to get a replacement for me. So.
But you know, that was fun and that worked out, and then everyone kind of parted ways, but we're like, our next actor isn't going to be here until like tomorrow.
Day one was exciting. It was just enthusiasm. I felt like everybody wants to get it done, but I know for the writers, oh my gosh, you guys were like tired.
Yeah, I did right.
So for me though, day one is like, you know, I'm kind of curious, what are we going to come up with? What is it going to look like? You know, is it going to fit everything that we're going to be doing the, you know, rest of the shots? So for me, day one was kind of like childlike enthusiasm a little bit. And then when we finally started putting the scene together and I get to be a little active, I like physical acting. So that was fun for me.
So I guess we just can't do anything, and we all kind of went our separate ways, or the people that were still staying there overnight either went to bed or watched the Boondocks all night.
It was in the evening. We had pizza.
We were waiting a bit.
Yeah. Somebody took the last slice before I got to it. Oh yeah, and then Jen figured out most of the plot.
Yeah. And then there was some guy there. I think his name was Jordan. I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
He kept on putting stuff in chat GPT, and you know.
Yeah, and it generated great ideas.
Oh, tremendous!
Yeah.
We wouldn't have filmed this film without it at all.
I think
it was pivotal.
Yeah, we spent about an hour on one shot that wasn't even in. But it looked cool.
Yeah.
So, you know.
What else was there for day one? We were there for a while, weren't we?
Yeah, and I remember coming back the next morning and you had like 0 hours of sleep.
Oh yeah, like you stayed up
really
the whole
funny
night.
Because then you like passed out on the floor for like 15 minutes.
That's all I needed for the whole weekend.
Well, I mean, like he said, I wasn't really a part of it until about, I think I got there at 8.
You started the process
like
though, man.
Okay, the prop is a tomato.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we can find one of those.
We just got that on our pizza.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the kickoff event was what it was. It was fine.
The character is Chris Labota.
What the fuck is that?
That's his name.
Okay, who's that?
He's a newcomer. That's his occupation. I don't know what that means, but that's what he said.
A newcomer.
Okay, I have ideas.
Took too long. It was hot outside, but you know, once that got like done with, I mean, like Jaxon basically said, you guys got people writing the script and everything like that, and I kind of just jumped in whenever I got there on like camera setups and stuff like that. So, yeah.
All right, have fun, guys.
We'll see.
Day two. I honestly think day 2 was probably like my favorite day personally.
Well, basically, me and you didn't go to sleep until like I didn't go to sleep till like 3 or 4 in the morning. I don't know if you stood up that whole time, but
Day 2, we did the most filming. Oh no, we did.
We did all.
We did all the filming.
Well, except for a few shots.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Day 2 certainly felt like the longest day for sure.
Day 2, probably just the speed in which we did it. I mean, I understood, since we didn't really have a shot list and things like that, that we could move about it pretty quickly, but honestly, I feel like we shot more in that one day than we have in other shoots in like a week.
Jacob brought donuts,
Yeah, that was nice.
and there was lots of milk in the fridge.
I was very thankful for that.
Was that the day Jackson had breakfast for us? I think it was. That was
Yeah.
pretty good.
So.
I know we had people.
I remember I was the last one to get there on day 2, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
We
you must be
had-
back at like 6.
We had people showing up around 9, 10 o'clock, and we kind of just got straight to vaping shots, doing the inside stuff before we headed outside, and I don't know, we kind of just filmed for a good 4 or 5 hours outside, I'd say.
We were moving along really quickly and really putting the effort in, but also weren't as nitpicky about certain shots that, yes, probably could have had some minor improvements in the moment, but in the long run didn't really matter since we were worried a little bit more about quantity over quality.
And, you know, Jordan had already been awake for a while just filming, like, pickup shots.
I had a lot of fun just like watching it all unfold and like seeing how it was coming to life and like how we were adapting it as we ran into different issues.
We only had one actor there, so we couldn't really do a whole lot of combination scenes, and we had to have some of our crew step in to be actors as well. So
Hangar scene, or we shot it in a, well, it's not, it is a hangar, but it's not used as a hangar.
Yeah, the suspicious
Yeah, the warehouse scene,
warehouse
whatever.
that Jackson has.
Would you like
fight
to say
scene was a
anything?
pain in the ass.
We got to put blood all over your head.
Yeah, I still have that shirt that has a giant blood handprint on it, and I'm looking at it, it's like, I don't know what to do with it. But, you know, because I don't know, if I gave it to Goodwill, would they take it? Like, here's a bloody shirt. Here's a bloody shirt, don't ask questions.
And that whole day, like, the fight scene was pretty fun to film because we were inventing the choreography as we went. And it goes to show, like, how important planning that is in a normal production, because it does take way longer to film if you don't already have, like, a plan for it.
It ended up that there were slight changes to every single shot, so trying to put them together in the edit, just it was kind of painful to see, because like you had him swing with his right hand in one of them and then his left hand in the other shot, and you're like, okay, well, we should have planned something. We kind of just let him go off with whatever they were going for, and definitely not the best idea. I totally forgot about the fight scene.
Yeah, a lot of running around in the woods.
Yeah, a lot of that.
The pit smelled weird.
I was not there for any of the pit stuff.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, it didn't help. We had to wait for sunset because
Yeah, that
we were
that
kinda
was what.
in a
That's
holding
why we
pattern
were
for, like,
waiting.
2-ish hours or something.
Really, we should have started editing when we were like waiting. It was kind of silly to not have the costume back on for the cult leader for the final thing. That may have limited the shots that we could get.
But you know, I think it went really well. Honestly, that second day, I was very proud of our team because I mean, I didn't really expect anything out of this. So the fact that we were all able to kind of collaboratively work without like stepping on anyone's toes or anything during the whole filming process, I feel was really well.
I think it was a lot of fun just like having everyone really work together, because I feel the other days we were all kind of more scattered, whereas that day we were all together as a unit.
We had, I think we slipped into just collective psychosis involving a tomato and what people were doing to that tomato.
Poor tomato. Went through some dark times.
Yeah, who is we? Honestly, I was not a part of that.
I was not either.
He also like lost his mind at one point in the middle of day 2. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
He did?
I don't know. He was slipping. It was funny.
I don't know.
Slipping Jimmy.
By day 2 we were already just losing it.
I think wasn't it just Jake who is
Yeah, it was
mastering
just
the
Jake.
tomato?
Why, was he like talking to a knife or something?
Yeah, he was like, he was crushing the tomatoes.
My poor little prop knife.
Like the fake knife over and over again, and then like firmly gripped it in his hands.
It was my knife.
That he also didn't clean, by the way.
Yeah, I remembered. I had to clean that up, yeah. Or I didn't have to, I chose to. Let me rephrase, I chose to.
Thankfully, soup was there.
Oh no.
That was good. That was funny. Nobody said anything the whole time.
I feel like we were all just kind of losing our minds already. Which is kind of hilarious because like it was day 2, we hadn't stayed up that late night 1.
But that paralyzed our shoot for an hour.
There's so many times where you throw away so many different shots and angles that you barely ever needed or barely ever used, and to be able to get our masters and then a couple, supporting shots and inserts really helped everything move quicker. And I think once we figured that out after the first major scene, that's when we really started picking it up, because the first scene, it took a while to film.
Editing.
Color correction, because it very quickly became evident that you guys had not color matched before, and so when I finally got the chance to watch it back, I was like,
Hey, I was handed the ball with like 30 minutes left to color correct. Right?
that's fair, I understand, but I showed you how to do it.
No, I mean like, I couldn't do it. All right?
How about you, Parker? Very not stressful day, huh?
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I mean,
It was all down to a kind of selfish decision for me, which was we had 2 choices for the editing. We could either all travel down to our university, which was like about 30 minutes away from where we were staying, and then we could use this like tiny little editing bay that had multiple computers to edit it. And that was kind of the benefit of that, was that we could have hypothetically been working on different things at the same time with the edit. And I really didn't want to go to the school because I thought that the editing bay would be super cramped and annoying, and also just had the possibility of not working. So I was like, okay, we'll just edit on my new laptop.
Like, I love editing so much, but oh my word, I've never had a project just disappear on me so many times. I felt so bad. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's that time constraint, man. Rushing.
Yeah.
Day 3 I was not really a part of, if you recall. But
You were there like half the day, wasn't you?
no, I wasn't there at all Sunday.
Oh, that's right.
We had to, on that day, film quite a few pickup shots.
So I was made aware in day 3 that there was a porno shot of me.
Yeah.
And Jordan took me to this back room. It was very dark, dingy. And then I don't remember anything after that.
We had to do that at least twice.
It's a very ominous, turned shot, sizing him up.
It's a
for
good shot,
porno.
guys. All right.
Maybe for a different.
I got him left to right. I got you right to left.
Yeah.
They don't understand.
Day 3 was a reshooting of that scene, right?
But no, we just added some extra shots.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah,
technically
reshot
was,
those.
yeah.
The porno one.
Porno ones.
They're good shots. Insert right here.
We had to go outside. We had to get more audio.
We also got the sound of your skull hitting the pipe.
Yeah.
But it was super loud in the final edit.
They laughed.
Okay.
They laughed.
I knew they would
did?
laugh at that part.
Hey, a laugh is better than silence.
No,
Am I
no.
right?
I think people were interested. It's just, I was hoping you guys were okay if that got laughed at, because I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
I thought it was too.
Including having one of our actors over again to film some shots, like connecting him back into the story.
So you weren't there for day 2,
Mm-hmm.
but day 3 we did have to call you back.
Yes.
What do you think about day 3?
Intriguing scene. I think the location actually turned out pretty good, as far as the vibe, and just even being in the shot in the shed, it was like, ooh, it's kind of menacing. So I like that. I like being menacing and then laughing right after the cut. And then going back to being menacing. But as far as the energy and maybe that surprise and suspense, I think that location really fit well. And then having something like, hey, I'm gonna, what's about to happen. I like that suspense. I like that aspect to it. I just like the location that we shot out too. Yeah.
This would go a lot better if you seen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would like to. I would like this. Yeah.
We started the edit, and like got kind of a rough, like naming system and everything done, which would show us the differences in different people's editing styles, I think.
For at least for me and Jen, we kind of stayed up till like 3 a.m. trying to put together like the first rough cut of everything.
I kind of felt bad afterwards. I felt like I was really intense that day and like really over the top, and I wasn't trying to be. I was just like so focused on getting everything done and trying to like make it as perfect as possible.
I wished we would have started editing a lot earlier than we started. I think we started around 9 or 10 a.m. And a lot of us were there and like up at like 6:30, so we could have like, you know, tried to do something with that. But yeah, I mean, it was fun. I mean, I was put on the task for trying to find like the background music and shit, and then my computer completely like bricked for a good 30 minutes. That was great.
And then it kept dying on us, which was the most stressful thing.
Like, I feel like you guys did half of what I was originally envisioning, which was fine. It turned out good, but like I really wanted it to be a true soundscape where it almost felt like your head was exploding. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
And then we had the fight scene get deleted at least 4 times.
Without a save.
That was a nightmare.
I was trying to reshoot hitting your head on the pole, but nah. You guys are scared for his safety.
I want to crack your little skull open
We could have got it.
like an egg.
I mean, you know, you can get those anywhere,
We'd
right?
have to, like,
Just get a new one.
Poke a straw through your skull.
Oh, Tyler's thirsty. Someone feed him through the straw, and I'm just sitting
No, I
there.
was saying that we'd like feast on your brain or something.
Is that all for day 3?
I swear I don't collect bones. I just feast on brains. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was great though, honestly.
An amazing day and also an awful day.
If you have to be in an editing room and you're like doing the least amount of work, bring a game or something. It's a better idea than Instagram.
Or you could contribute with thoughts.
I was briefly, a little bit.
If I got hurt a little bit at it, like it's like, you know.
We could have given you a concussion.
It's all tricks, bro. You do it slowly.
Yeah.
We speed it up.
You don't just trip and you're like, well, guess I'm falling.
If you were just falling, yes, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you would put it on.
But if you're getting shoved,
You would still try and catch yourself.
no, your arms would go forward. You're not expecting to get shoved.
Right. The initial shove, your arms would go forward, then you try and catch yourself.
Yeah, I don't just fall.
You don't just get shoved in the chest wall. You're like, well, okay.
It's like a little dunk isn't gonna kill me. Granted, also, like if we were to film it, I wouldn't want to do the whole fall. I'd be like, all right, just film me like backing my head into it or something like that.
I'll let one arm go. When we're going,
Now you guys are just dancing.
I'll lower her to the pipe. And then you fall off. It's that simple, guys. The slow motion's for safety.
I vote no.
Maybe, I don't know.
Cut your head up a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Make some real blood.
Is that all for day 3?
I don't think so, yeah.
That's my vote. I don't.
Insert this in place of the fight scene we have and start editing the final scene.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I vote that. Actually, I changed my vote. I like that vote.
We gotta give Jordan a win.
Y'all don't understand.
That we.
Well, I would say some of the inserts you guys got later did really help with Tyler and Quinton.
Yeah, it was nice.
And that was a big piece. In watching it back, I was really proud you guys grabbed that because it did help emphasize the point of their characters, but also gave a little bit more suspense to it, which is kind of what we had to go for anyways, and so.
Anything else before I call cut?
it got done in the end. And I think in the long run, that's really all that matters. And I think we have something to show for it.
And it was just good to see everyone again. And
yeah, but like in all seriousness though, like it was a really great time. Like for me, I thought everyone worked very well together, even though, like I said, I didn't work with a lot of you guys before.
Cool, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm really glad that I like put myself out there and, you know, did this whole thing.
Honestly, like I had a great time. I'm really glad I did it. No regrets.
Very stressful.
It was a long weekend, but it was worth every second.
But also very like illuminating and fun. It was a great experience, and
I don't know. I feel like just to come together in 48 hours and put together, you know, something that's thrown at you, I think it's worthy. So yeah.
It was just a great opportunity to work with friends from school and like people that I enjoy working with and people that I think are very talented.
And I think we have something pretty decent to show for it.
Working with the school equipment one last time, you know.
I feel you, man.
Yeah, so
I think Worthy was a great practice.
yeah, challenge. It's a great challenge.
Now we know.
Yep, now we know.
Now we're ready.
Now we know. So that's what I would say.
Next year we won't just be a bunch of college students.
The fact that we were all able to work together very collaboratively without anybody having real like issues or beef with anybody else on the set or anything like that. It was just a really great experience overall. Very stressful experience, but just a great experience.
And each one you learn more and more. Even as an actor, that experience helps being on set. So.
And you know, would I say is it our best work? Probably not. But for what it was and everything, I think we had fun. I think it turned out pretty well, and I think it looks pretty good.
Be able to just like challenge ourselves in a really unique way was a lot of fun, and
I would like to do another 48-hour film with you guys at some point.
Would you work with us all again? Jen definitely gets a call back if we do another one.
I would, yes. It's a really fun group. Like,
There's no one else you would cut out of the group?
Oh yeah.
Some of these people though.
there's no one I would cut out of the group.
Not even Derek, Christian, and Jessica.
Yep, it just makes me want to do another one and then come at it with some more experience and, you know.
Not even Derek, Christian, and Jessica. They all seem like nice enough people. I don't know them well enough to go cut them out.
No, they were busy. We love you, Derek, Christian, and Jessica.
This time, let's go film in the mountains of the, you know.
You should come up to my house where we're actually in the middle of nowhere.
Yo, yeah, let's go meet our bone-collecting dog.
He's a good boy.
Will you treat us with sliders and pizza?
She'll treat us with bones. Here, you guys can nibble on this.
I'll treat you with Asian food.
Jackson set high standards, is how it goes.
I'll set higher standards. We can go hunt for our own.
Yo, we should make a primal film about the cave people.
Yeah, where we
Unga bunga, unga bunga.
Whatever we shoot next, I hope it's not 98% outside.
And it would be like the sequel to Worthy. I don't know.
I'd love to do it again.
Yeah. Speaking of doing this again, did I mention that? Nah, I don't know what's coming up, but that would have been a great segue to end this.
Great.
All right. Well, I think that's good to call it. Cut.
Okay.
Did you enjoy the 48-hour behind the scenes video? Why would anyone watch a behind the scenes video without already seeing the film? But let me get this. You enjoyed the video? Check out the actual film right there. Yeah, no, that's the cast and crew video. Sorry people. Enjoy the film right there is what I meant. That would be the extras video. Are you sure? I'm just saying. Oh, you're right. Enjoy that video right there. Dude, that's literally our interview right there. Come on. Goodness gracious, if you want to watch the video, it's right there. Bottom left. That is the 48-hour film worthy.